I feel like I've never done more for my child, but I still feel stuck in the same place. This is what a mom mentioned in a phone consult a few weeks back. This mom had been to countless doctors and specialists, filled numerous prescriptions, and explored various holistic and biomedical therapies, but nothing seemed to work. It can be so hard as a parent when you are questioning whether there's something that you're missing, especially when you're working so hard already. The truth is, this mom isn't alone. So many parents feel this way about getting to the bottom of their child's health struggle. But what if the real key to unlocking that potential and healing for your child is not doing more, but prioritizing the order or the sequence of what you're doing to make the most impact? In fact, when you find the right order of healing that aligns with the exact pathway or sequence of stress that caused them to get sick in the first place, you will make the most impact. This allows you to do less while accomplishing more. So this video is for parents who feel stuck in an endless cycle of doctor visits, medications, and therapies, yet still struggle to see any lasting improvements in their child's health and development. We'll dive deep into the often overlooked link between nervous system regulation and overall health, and how prioritizing the right interventions at the right time could be the paradigm shift that your family needs to thrive. Did you know that 2 in 5 children in the US suffer from a chronic health condition? From allergies and asthma to ADHD and autism, the rates of pediatric disorders have skyrocketed in recent decades. Despite the advances in medicine and an ever-growing array of treatment options, many families find themselves trapped in this frustrating cycle of trial and error with minimal lasting results. So it may sound simple, but doing less to achieve more with your child's health is all about starting with the basics in the beginning. So the sequence of what happens first can make all of the difference as stress accumulates throughout development, both physically and emotionally. This is why we look to the one factor that is often overlooked by most traditional pediatricians and practitioners that are already in your child's healing journey, and that is nervous system regulation and vagus nerve function. The nervous system is the master controller of the body. It coordinates every major system, and it keeps everything working in harmony. When the nervous system becomes dysregulated and out of balance, it can absolutely wreak havoc on your child's health, shutting down and altering gut function, gross motor coordination, immune system function, and inflammation, especially if your child struggles with sleep, digestion, sensory processing, and behavior issues. So common signs of nervous system dysregulation in kids include sleep disturbances, gut and stomach problems, frequent respiratory and immune challenges, gross and fine motor problems, sensory overload, behavior problems like tantrums and meltdowns. So, how can you find out if your child has nervous system dysregulation and vagus nerve dysfunction? Well, the first place to look is within the basics of neurophysiological function. Things like sleeping, eating, digestion, staying healthy, regulating emotions, and sensory processing abilities. If your child struggles in any one of these areas, it could be a red flag that their nervous system may be out of balance. So, what causes the nervous system to get off track in the first place? Well, we find that the majority of stress affects kids in a 3-step sequence. The first trigger is often a high stress, often a high risk pregnancy during that fetal development period, followed up by birth interventions and trauma, things like forceps use, vacuum, C-section, induction, breech positioning, cord wrap delivery, etc. And then follow that up with early exposure to antibiotics, other medications, toxins, you name it. When all of these challenges accumulate, we call it the perfect storm. This is why many of the symptoms that children experience seem interconnected. They all start from the same place very early on in development. So, how does the nervous system allow you to focus on doing less while accomplishing more? Well, put simply, the nervous system is the boss. It starts to develop first in utero, and the way that God designed our entire body and overall health to function is that the brain and the nervous system must be fully regulated and operational in order for the other vital organs and functions to be as well. Gut health, immune system function, endocrine and hormonal health, and gross and fine motor development are all controlled and coordinated first and foremost by the nervous system. So when the nervous system gets derailed and off track developmentally, so will most everything else downstream. This is why nearly every child struggling with a chronic neurodevelopmental condition like autism also struggles with digestive problems, a weak immune response, gross and fine motor challenges, or sensory processing difficulty. A struggling nervous system will just compound the problems. In contrast, an adaptable and efficient nervous system allows children to conquer growth and development with ease, to not be bogged down by all of the external stressors that are coming at them every day, from social stress and screen time to the chemicals in the food that our kids love to eat. There is no escaping the stress coming at us every day. Even if we do our absolute best to clean up the environment for our kids, it can be nearly impossible to be perfect from every angle. As parents, we feel like we are working so hard for our child, and we'll say yes to anything that looks like it could help, but progress is often slow, and it's not nearly as efficient or effective as making their own systems, their internal nervous system, more adaptable through a fully regulated and operational body. So as simple as it sounds, the sequence of things matters most. Each individual form of natural, holistic, integrative care is amazing, and it can absolutely help when the nervous system is adaptable and resilient. But what if we could unlock something within your child's brain and body to ensure that everything on that natural healing list could work even better? That's the power of focusing on the nervous system first. The first step is uniquely measuring nervous system function. Here at Foundations, we use an incredible piece of technology called neurological insight scans that can accurately assess the health and the function of the central nervous system. This lets us prioritize what can give us the most progress neurologically with the least amount of healing effort. This is a true batting order of what your child needs first to get momentum back into their health. So if the nervous system is off track and dysregulated, it's easy for parents to question if something is missing, even with all the hard work that you are already doing. So if you feel trapped in this cycle of doing more, let's dive deeper into the nervous system, allowing you to do less work to accomplish more progress. We are here for you. Please ask that question that's on your mind. DM us or give us a call. We are here to help.